Stop using discounts. It's killing your brand, right? Now, I'm going to show you why you should stop using discounts and how it's actually hurting your business, and the methods that you can use, alternative methods you can use to actually increase your sales as well, right? Now, to start off, I'm not completely against discounts, but I've been on over 100 consultations right now, and most brands are using it in a wrong way. Now, if it's like New Year sales, Christmas sales, Black Friday, obviously you can use discounts. Even still, then I think there's better offers you can use. I'm not completely against them. I'm against the overuse of discounts, because that is what is killing your brand, right? And there's a few reasons why you don't want to be using discounts, and I'm going to be going over them in this video, right? First, it devalues your brand, right? What do you want to be? A brand that can charge whatever they want, like Apple, or a discount brand where people are always looking for a cheaper price. You never want to be competing on price, because it's only a race down to the bottom, right? And the overuse of discounts means you're training discount buyers. I can't count how many times I've been on a consultation call with a brand. In this video, I'm talking specifically on e-commerce, but this can apply to pretty much any business that uses discounts. But I'm focusing specifically on e-commerce. I've been on over 100 consultations with a brands, and every single time they're emailing or reaching out to their customer base, they're always using the discount, right? And what you're doing is actually training discount buyers, because now people never want to pay for your product at full price, right? They're always waiting for the next discount. That is really a terrible strategy for if that's the only strategy that you use to actually get more customers, right? The next is, the more you use it, the less power it holds. So when you actually run big offers like the Black Fridays, like the Christmas offers, New Year sales, it loses its power, and it doesn't have that much bite, because you're running these offers all the way through the year anyway. You're already running big discounts, right? So, and the next is, it kills margins. Like I said, it's only a race down to the bottoms over using discounts, because there's only so much you can discount your product until you're literally making nothing off the product, right? It's literally a terrible strategy. I advise you stop doing it. Not completely, but for the most part, you want to stop doing it, right? So I'm going to be showing you other strategies that you can use to actually increase your sales and actually make more money doing things this way, right? So what we use a lot of the times is product-based offers. So we'll attach a free offer if someone spends over a certain amount. So let's say you spend over $100 and you get free shipping, right? Or you spend over $100 and you get this free item on your store, which is a very low cost to you, right? You might be selling it for like $25 on your store, but on you as a business, that product might only cost you about like $3, right? So you're incentivizing people to actually spend more with you, which you pretty much cover the cost of the free product that you're giving away already as well, right? So I really love using product-based offers, especially when people are first introduced to the brand. Let's say they spend over £100 or spend over $100 and they get this free additional item on the store as well. And yeah, like I said, you're incentivizing people to spend more with you, and it's actually a much better offer because they're getting something for free. You have to make it valuable to them, but yeah. Next is using information products, right? So you want to combine information products with ecom. If your product is solving a particular problem, right, there's also things that you can do and recommend to people that is going to be valuable for them as well, right? So let's say if you're selling like a supplement, and you're selling a supplement that's helping people, clear their bowels, or improve their gut health, right? You could then attach, for example, instead of using a discount, you can have like a free guide or free video that shows you the best foods to eat for a healthy gut, for example, right? You're not using a discount, but that information can be very, very valuable to the customer, because it's very it doesn't cost you anything. I really love using info products because it doesn't cost you anything on your side, so it doesn't hurt your margins, but it can also be very valuable to the consumer, because it's very relevant to the problem that they're dealing with, and it helps them achieve the ideal outcome that they want out of using your products, right? And it can actually help them get more out of it and improve the results. So really love using info products. Next is recommendation-based selling, right? So in most of our outreaches to customers, for example, when we're sending out emails, we're not using discounts, but these emails are still bringing in thousands and thousands in sales for the brands that we're working with. Now, why? That's because we know who we're talking to. We know the customers, we know what they're dealing with, and we use recommendation-based sales. So, okay, let's say if you have this certain problem and you've been dealing with this for a long time, and you've tried these other products on the market. So, let's say if I'm doing like a skincare example, and I'm selling a product for acne, right? So it's like if you have acne and you've spent hundreds on products in the past that didn't work or gave little to no results, you've tried things like Accutane, you tried things like, doctor or dermatologist recommended base creams and you still don't have the results, we recommend this product because it's all natural. It has this ingredient in it that helps lower your scarring, removes your scarring from your face by removing the dead skin cells. We have this product in there that reduces the redness on your face, etc., etc. And I recommend this product based off that. I've shown an understanding of their reality because I've described exactly what they're going through. Because when you explain in detail how someone feels and what they've been through, they trust you because you've shown an understanding of their situation. Now, because they trust you, whatever you recommend then after, they're more likely to do because they feel like you understand them and and you've maybe been through the same thing and you know the answers because you understand where they're at and you understand their pain. Recommendation-based selling, much better strategy than using discounts and more effective as well, right? The next is expert advice, right? You want to position yourself as being the expert in whatever situation or whatever product that you're selling, right? So if you're going to the doctor and they give a diagnosis you have a certain health problem, you go to the doctor, they give a certain diagnosis and they tell you to take this product, it's going to help you. Very rarely do people actually question that because it's coming from an authority, right? So you want to be an authority, you want to be an expert, and people default and give experts authority because they seem knowledgeable. They are presented like they know more about this than you, right? Very rarely do you question your doctor, and even though they may be wrong, right? But very rarely do you ever question your doctor or someone who's in a high place of authority. You just follow what they say. You just follow their recommendations. So you want to position yourself as the expert, and whenever you give advice, more of your followers or customers are more likely to follow because they trust you being an expert, right? This below is a much better strategy that actually does the opposite of this, and it adds more value to your brand instead of killing your brand by using discounts. You don't eat into your margins by reducing how much your product costs, and you can actually increase your sales doing this because you can have a higher feedback. You can have a higher, feedback rate from your customers because you're doing things that's more relevant to them. You're showing an understanding of their situation and selling based off that, not off like this is on sale, right? Discounts and like, this only lasts for this certain amount of time. You're trying to get sales based off fear, which is not a really great strategy. This is based off people trusting you and adding more value to the customer in ways that doesn't actually eat into your margins, right? So yeah, stop using discounts. It's killing your brand. That's the end of the video. Guys, apply this, especially the 4 at the bottom, and you will, I promise you, it's a much better strategy for you to get more sales, because this, over time, you're going to get less and less response if you'll keep on pushing discounts onto people and using fear-based tactics to sell to people, right? So, yeah. Hope you enjoyed the video. Start applying it, and yeah, check out my other videos on YouTube as well for more source.